July 4th and we're on an adventure today.
That's right, we're road tripping this weekend. We're gonna go pick something up here in South Alabama.
Yeah, we had to stop at Buc-ee's real quick to get some gas.
Yeah, that's right. You know, if there's a Buc-ee's on the way, you gotta stop. It's just the way it is. But we're really excited about what we're gonna go pick up. So if you wanna check it out, stick around. All right, we're gonna go in and get us some breakfast. Maybe a biscuit or a breakfast burrito.
Buc-ee nuggets.
Some Buc-ee nuggets? Nah. We'll already be busting the diet if we get a biscuit.
Yeah.
Look at all these gas pumps. Holy gas pumps. It is nice though, because you never have to wait in line. You just pull in, find one. All right, about to hit the road. Get back on the highway. Got a couple hours to go. Let's go get our new toy.
Taylor, you ready? Huh? You ready? Let's go.
What time?
2 hours and 16 minutes. Todd's got a sausage, egg, and cheese. I got a brisket egg taco.
Burrito. Taco?
Yeah, it says brisket egg taco. So how many miles a gallon are you getting now?
Look at this. I'm getting 18.2 miles per gallon out of the last 138 miles. That's pretty good for a big old V8 in here. It's cruising along.
Yeah, we don't have anything on the back or top. We removed the topper, so
Yeah, that took some weight off.
took some weight off. Well, this is what we came to see, and it looks pretty good. It's a little bit dirty and oxidized. You can't really see too well, but it's not super shiny. But the decals look pretty good. They're a little sun cracked in some areas. But overall, Todd's walked around, tapped it. No delamination as far as we can tell. And I think we're gonna wrap this up and take it with us. All in all, it looks pretty good. He's kept it under a pole barn, so it's got a nice ladder on the back. Steps are kind of high up, but it's in pretty good shape. It's got a manual awning on the side, a carefree awning. Doesn't have one, or excuse me, on the back. Doesn't have one on the side, but if we ever want to add one, I guess we could do that.
Too bad.
We got the Timberins on too, so. Did a little video of this little man. Whee! Well, you saw us loading it up. Now you know. We really like truck campers, and we have something to show you guys.
That's right. We couldn't stay away. We had to go get another truck camper. And yes, we do still have our Bigfoot. We'll go over that later. But on this road trip, we picked up a new truck camper. Super excited about it. We love them. Couldn't stay away. Number 9.
Number 9, yeah. It's our 4th Lance.
That's all right. So we're just gonna do a quick little walk around, and we'll go inside. We'll check that out as well, and we'll do a full tour on it later on. But it's really dirty, and we're gonna do what we shouldn't do, and we're also gonna give it a little bit of a bath here at the campground, just because it's.
I looked at the rules. There's no rule saying that you can't.
That's good. But, you know, if anybody wants to comment below and complain that we're actually washing our camper at the campground, you're more than welcome to.
We're not going to do a full wash.
Yeah, it'll be long since clean by then, so it's all good. But we're going to do a good deep cleaning once we get home.
Yes.
But we'll go over some other stuff about it. let's just go do a quick walk around. Let's go. All right, so here's what we got. It is a 2014 Lance 865. And why do we get the 865? Because it's a short box model. So it fits on our Ram 2500 with a 6.5 foot bed. And
the payload works just fine.
Yeah, the payload, we're way in the good with the payload. And if you've seen our videos, we do have the Timberlands on there, and it's been driving and riding like a champ. Even Carly drove it today.
Yeah, I drove it today. I haven't driven a lot of our stuff because I'm a little sketchy on the road, but I really enjoyed driving this. That was like just driving the truck down the road.
It's very easy, very easy. So let's keep walking around. So I gotta go around the tree here. There's Taylor. She's on the road trip with us. Let me step back so you can see it. It's a good looking camper. It's in really good shape. It's just dirty. I don't think it's been cleaned in a while. It's been kept under the guy's pole barn for quite some time, and he said he was sorry he didn't wash it before he came and got it, but it's fine, no big deal. We can wash it.
2014.
Yeah, 2014. It's a roomy camper for the size. We wanted to try to get something not only that would fit properly on a 2500 truck, 3/4 ton truck, but something that wasn't too big and we can actually get around and travel, you know, very easily. And so far it's been really nice. Just, you know, it's just so easy to travel with a truck camper because you can park at a Dollar General dollar store parking lot like we did today, matter of fact, or you know.
And we'll talk about it later, but there's a lot of things about this camper that we're kind of realizing now. It's possible that we probably should have got one of these to begin with, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, there's so much we have to actually talk about, and that we've learned already just in the one day that we've owned it. So we're super excited about it, having a smaller package, you know, smaller truck, not a giant, you know, F450 long flatbed, and our Lance 1172, which we absolutely did love, but having a little smaller package, I think, is going to have a lot of benefits that we're going to really enjoy. So if we get up close, you can kind of see it is kind of dirty, and I can actually wipe it off. And I did actually wiped off a spot here on the other side where I just took a towel. You can actually see where I kind of wiped off with the towel. So
yeah, he used some wash and wax stuff that we
yeah,
have, and it actually worked pretty good.
And it worked pretty good. So it needs a good bath. Got some detail, and I got to clean up some of the rust on the legs, you know, which is pretty common especially for a camper that's been in the South. So, and it's been in South Alabama, so there's a lot of humidity.
I was about to say, the gentleman who we got it from lives in South Alabama, and so that's why, you know, it's very humid down there. So there's a little bit of rust here and there, that kind of stuff. So.
And he got it from a dealership down in Florida, so, you know, not a big deal. But overall, it's in great shape. No delamination, and everything is great. The 2014 model does have the Asdel walls, so I'm very happy to have that over the older models that had, you know, Luan underneath the fiberglass. So, and it's got the docking lights, which I love about Lance. It's got lights all the way around. I've always loved that about Lance. It's got a manual rear awning, and we got some detailing work to do and stuff like that, but we're looking forward to it. It's going to make for some projects, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And some of them, you know, people who own these may have even encountered some of this stuff that we're coming across. So
that's right. So
we'll be able to share it with you guys.
And that's kind of another thing why we got another truck camper, so that we can make some more truck camper content. And we love truck campers, and you know, so all of our subscribers that love truck camper stuff, please keep watching, and thank you for thanks for watching all of our past videos. Please continue to keep watching. We really appreciate that, and we got a lot more content coming, so let's go inside and take a quick look.
All right, let me turn the lights on.
All right, so here's just a quick look at the inside. One thing about the 865 model, it's got the dinette here at the back, so it has a rear window, which I really like. We did look at an 825, but decided, which looked fantastic as well, but decided to go with this one, and we were happy to find this one. So, anyhow, it's got kind of a, I mean, it's got a U-shaped dinette, but it's not like super roomy, but you know, it works. And then it has storage up top. You can fold that down and make a another bed for a child. Here's a wet bath. Overall, pretty good shape. It's got a skylight, plenty of room for me to stand in it and do what we got to do. It's got a sliding door, the mirror on it, so that's nice. It did come with all the covers that come with the Lance camper, and you know, thankfully after being an 11-year-old camper, all the covers are still there. Flip around, you can see the kitchen and everything from sitting here at the dinette. It's got the magazine rack like they used to come with, and a little spice rack over there. So it does have a newer oven. The gentleman had it replaced before he bought it a couple years ago from a dealership down in St. Augustine, Florida. So that's nice. And it's got the little lights that come on there and turns on inside. Carla says it cooks great. Fan, microwave, radio, got some storage up there. Nice round bowl sink. The refrigerator, we are having problems with this refrigerator. It is not working properly and it's not cooling. So we got a cooler full of ice outside, and there's got pantry area there. Queen size bed, regular queen size bed. Got a TV, got a fantastic fan over the bed, reading lights, shelf up there. And the gentleman was real nice. He left us a whole stack full of DVDs, books of DVDs to watch. So appreciate that. I also want to say thanks to Craig for leaving the backup camera. Really appreciate that. It's great. And he left the clean sheets and comforter, and gave us some coffee and all that. Super nice guy. So thank you, Craig, if you watch this video. Really appreciate that. But that's just a quick look of the inside of the camper. We'll do a more thorough review of everything after we get it cleaned up. And right now we're just camping in it and working our way home. All right, well, we're done with a little quick tour. So what do you think about this camper so far?
I really like it, and I think we're going to enjoy it for, you know, a few little trips here and there. And I think the small package, you give up a few inconveniences, but it's also nice to have a small package. It's very nimble to get around in.
You don't like a big package?
I like our Bigfoot.
The Bigfoot package. All right, well, we're gonna go wash our small package. So we'll show you what it looks like once we're done. Yeah, hopefully all this dirt comes off here.
It doesn't come through on the camera very well.
Yeah, it's hard to see. It looks pretty dirty and dusty. It's just been sitting outside with no real attention for quite some time.
Some oxidization too that we have to take care of after we clean it.
So we'll give it a good cleaning. May have to, yeah, like Carla said, give it a good polish later on when we get home. Get it really shined up, get some wax on it.
Yeah, but it'll look good when we're done.
Yeah, you know, we don't, you know how we go. When we camp, we like to have a clean truck and a clean camper. And
it's really driving Todd crazy.
Yeah,
just to be a dirty guy.
I cannot stand having a clean or a dirty truck and a dirty camper. So
if you know us and if you've seen us camping or know us personally, you know that Todd, every time we go on a camping trip, Todd makes sure to clean the truck and the camper before we leave.
That's the way it is. The way I am. You don't want to go out dirty and ugly, do you? Well, at least I don't. So we don't have all the proper equipment, but we're using what we got. We got some soap from the Dollar General, some turtle wax car soap. I did get a thing, but I'm using a broom that we got. Get up high. Oops. Keep something come off. Just kind of doing that as much as I can, and then going back and do it with my hand. Getting there, a little bit at a time. See that line right there?
Yeah.
Dirty, clean.
That's how dirty it was.
Pretty bad. But it'll still polish up with it. Get some wax and the polisher on it.
Yeah.
But, well, it's not perfect, but it's cleaner. Looks way better. Of course, we're in the shade, so you probably can't really tell right now, but looking pretty good. Carla's got some wash and wax that she's going over part of it and some of the decals with.
We're actually an affiliate for them. So
Yeah.
if you're interested, it works pretty good to get like bugs off. Bugs put a little
Bit of a shine on it. Yeah, I can actually see the shine compared to where we just washed it. Stuff's pretty good. We use it on the Bigfoot. Looking good, nice and clean. Yeah, it looks much better. After a good camper wash, if the mountains are cold, you know what to do. Mm-hmm. Okay, before I forget, and because I know many of you are wanting to know, what does this camper weigh? On the sticker on the back, it says 2,044 pounds. That says standard with standard equipment. But if you go inside, of course, if you add on, you know, the not standard equipment like a ladder and awning and all whatever else options that are added on to the camper, you get a little bit different weight. Oh, there's Taylor hanging out up there. Let me turn the light on here. So up here on the label inside the cabinet door, the camper as came out of the factory, 2,366 pounds with factory installed equipment on it. So there you go, there's the weight. So now that you've seen the actual camper weights from the sticker, come in here on my door, you can see our truck has a payload of 3,111 pounds, so we are well within our weight. Plus we got to add, of course, ourselves and all of our other stuff. So we'll be actually pretty close to the limit once we get this camper all loaded up with everything, us, dog, food, tools, everything we got. Golly, it's pouring out behind you. It was.
Stop by 6237 Atlanta Highway.
Radio works. Golly, look at all the water dripping out of that thing.
Yeah, we have a few issues.
Few issues.
With her new to us camper.
The AC works great. It's super cold, but
Look what it's doing.
it's just dripping water out of there so
I have
much.
this won't drip on my back while I'm cooking.
It's so humid. It's super hot and it's very humid and it's getting a lot of condensation off that AC. Well,
Yeah.
what are you cooking?
Just a box stir fry and added some chicken to it. And the reason I'm cooking this for lunch, this is lunch, is because our fridge doesn't work. On top of our
Refrigerator's not working right, so that's a big bummer.
So I'm trying to get rid of some food, and we got a cooler with some ice that we're able to keep some stuff cold in, but I'm trying to cook some of the big stuff.
It's just, yeah, I think you got that cup in the wrong location.
Well,
Taped up. It's like dripping right past it.
Well, I know it's dripping this whole strip. It's like this whole thing. I did have two, but this one fell.
I got an idea.
Okay.
So I'm working on the refrigerator because it's not working right. And I noticed from the bottom, looked like there are a whole bunch of wasp nests underneath this cooling fan. Plus, I think there's some insulation that's keeping the system from cooling. So I'm gonna keep digging and see what I can find. All right, so now we see some insulation covering up part of this system, but protecting, I guess, from this wire. So here's the bee or wasp nest I found up inside the refrigerator on the cooling fins of the refrigerator. So I don't know if that had any obstruction on the refrigerator cooling down. This is the screen that was underneath the lid up there. I had to cut that to actually get down to these to reach in there and pull them out.
This campground we're staying at is pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
called Gunter's Hill something.
Yeah, we need to keep it in mind as a stopover, so when we go to Florida sometime.
Yeah, and they got cheap full hookup sites. Well, not cheap, but they're $29 for a night.
Pretty cheap.
That's pretty cheap. That's kind of cool.
Carla found a trail. Leads down to the dock here, right on the river.
We're gonna go down and see what's here.
Yeah, walk around the deck to the river. It's not a lake, it's a river. It's kind of spawns off of Alabama River. This is, I forget what the name of this part of the river is. Yeah, Katona or Catone or something. Yeah, pretty neat campground. Nice part about it is almost every site has some shade, Carla was saying.
And it's got some really pretty Spanish moss.
Yeah.
If you like that kind of thing.
If you're into camping and boating, this is where you want to be, because almost every camper has a boat trailer sitting on their campsite with because each campsite has some gigantic parking with it.
These are huge campsites, $29 a night, full hookup, but it's only in this section. This is like, I think it's called Catone or something like that. I don't know, I'll tell later. But
Yeah, pretty cool. You can have some good old redneck fun, camping and boating and all that good stuff.
Camping, boating, fishing.
Yeah.
You can even fish off the bank, I think.
That's right. So here's our site, a nice big site. We do have a neighbor way over here, but they're a pretty good ways away. And then over there where Carla is, we got an empty site that's been empty last night, and I guess it'll be empty again tonight. Pretty odd for a 4th of July weekend. Otherwise, the place is pretty well filled up.
It was weird because we were looking for a campsite last minute. This was the only campground within like a 50-mile radius that I could find a spot. And there were several available. So
Yeah.
it's a nice place.
And full hookup and relatively cheap.
I was worried it was going to be crappy, but it actually is very nice.
Yeah. And there's lots of trucks and boats
And campers.
and campers. And we got our camper clean, and we're thrilled about that.
Yeah.
It's not perfect, but it looks so much better than it did. Golly, it was so dirty. Carla's cooking us dinner. She got the campsite grill going.
Yep.
Got all the stuff there. We had to bring our charcoal.
Yeah, I was excited that they had a grill.
Yeah.
Normally they just have one of those, and it's hard to grill on those.
Yeah, those fire pit grills, those don't work too well. I mean, sometimes, but it's not easier. It's easier if you just bring some charcoal.
Yeah.
So what do we have in here, Carla?
Sauteed mushrooms, burgers, organic grass-fed burgers,
All right.
and asparagus.
Asparagus. All right. Put some foil over the mushrooms and the burgers, help them give them a little smoke there. It's actually really working really well with the mushrooms. It's kind of steaming the mushrooms. So we're digging the new truck camper. Probably the smallest camper here in the campground. There's a lot of big gigantic campers here, but that's okay. It's all right. I'm happy with it. We can unplug and go in no time flat. There is a nice little Tiffin B plus over there. Very nice.
All right, we've already started our food. We were so hungry that we had to go ahead and start, and then we realized that we haven't.
Gotta tear into it. Burger and asparagus.
Yep.
Hungry.
Lettuce, tomato, all the condiments, pickles, mushrooms, asparagus, and it's very good. Keto buns.
Well, that about wraps it up for our adventure for the weekend.
Yeah, now you know we got a truck camper and we're back in the truck camper life.
Yeah, we're excited to have that. So we're not getting rid of our Bigfoot. We're going to hang on to our Bigfoot travel trailer because we do love it. But you know, a truck camper is just completely different from a travel trailer.
You can have different kind of adventures. Maybe go boondocking in this a little more. You know, in the travel trailer, more like cush camping.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to it. Got a lot of plans. Got plenty of ideas for videos on truck camper stuff. So if you're interested in that, please stick around because we've got plenty of it coming up.
Yep.
And we're just looking forward to getting out and going camping and getting out of this like 99% humidity down here in South Alabama.
It was a really nice flat spot to try this out for the first time.
Yeah, it did work out well for the past couple nights just trying it out. But anyhow, we'll see you on the next one. Please like, subscribe, share.
And thank you for watching. Next time we'll see you on Runaway Roses. Bye-bye.
See you then. Bye-bye. Look at this. We got Lance on the back of our Ram 2500 and we're getting 12.6 miles per gallon over the last 185 miles. That's really good for a big old V8.